Hello and welcome to the Folio Society reviews. Here I have the limited edition of The Duke's Children by Anthony Trollope. And this is the special handbound edition published by the Folio Society in 2015. The book was first published in 1879 and this is the restored text that the author intended. And it's also the very first edition of the restored text. And The Duke's Children is the sixth and final book in the Palliser series. But here we have the book. This was the first limited edition I ever bought, and this is the special handbound edition, which the limitation is unknown to me right now, because I think they bound this edition to order, so the exact number is unknown right now. But the limitation of this special handbound edition and the normal edition is 1980 copies. But the book is bound in Indian goatskin. And blocked in 22 karat gold. The leather is not really cushioned at all, it's quite hard, but it feels nice and it looks very nice also, especially with the gold engravings in the leather. So the gold details here are engraved into the leather, the same with the text and the details on the spine. And this is the leather inset label here in a red color instead of the green. And this book has raised bands or ribs, but I'm pretty sure that they are only decorative raised bands and not bound in that way. But it's definitely a nice detail to the book. Gives it even more that classical feeling. But of course one of the best reasons to get this book is that the pages on each of the sides are hand marbled by Jemma Lewis. Extremely nice marbling on this edition. The style here on the marbling reminds me of Jupiter a bit, but with I guess green spots instead of orange and red. But the book isn't only marbled on the edges, but also inside, but I will show you that later. But here is a closer look on the front cover. And here we have the extraordinary spine. And the back cover is just the same as the front. And this book also comes with a commentary, which I will talk about after I have showed the book. And the commentary volume matches fairly well with the book. You can see here the lines. And this book is not illustrated, but let's head inside, and here are the absolutely magnificent Endpapers by Jemma Lewis. And these are all handmade in the rare art of hand marbling. And the paper that has been marbled on is very thick, much thicker than the paper used in the book. The Duke's Children. And here we can see some information about the book. It is set in the typeset Miller, printed on Caxton Wove Paper in Germany. And the paper is really fitting to this edition. Yeah, it's limited to 1980 copies, and I have copy number 485. And here we have the title page, the complete text reconstructed and edited by Stephen Amarnik, assisted by Robert F. Wiseman with Susan Lovell Humphreys. And introduced by Johanna Trollope, which is a relative to Anthony Trollope. And this edition was published in 2015. I think it was published with the Trollope Society, hence the big limitation number, I think. Because Folio Society has always been very keen to publish Anthony Trollope books. And they have every single book in a series from the 90s, I think, that I'm quite interested in. But at least the Chronicles of Barsetshire and the Palliser series, which both include 6 novels, I think. But here we have some more information, and also the table of contents with all of the names of the chapters and the introduction here. This is a very long book, as you can see. I think this edition that Trollope intended has 60,000 words more than the edition that was published in 1879. And here is the introduction. Not a very long one, only 4 pages, and then the book begins. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but the paper on this edition is very cream colored, very warm paper, and it matches the old style this book has. So I think the paper is absolutely perfect for this edition, and it's quite thick, and actually surprisingly thick considering the number of pages in this book. The text size is normal, and the chapters are laid out nicely on the book. But overall, I think this book would give a very nice reading experience. And yes, I do intend to read this copy myself someday when I have read the 5 other Palliser novels. But here's the ribbon marker in silk. Not a big fan of this ribbon marker. It's just a regular ribbon marker. Nothing special at all about it, and you can maybe see the grooves in it after sitting in the book for a long time. But I don't keep the ribbon marker inside the book when I store it on the shelf. I keep it outside so the pages don't get marks from the ribbon marker. And the exact number of pages is 702. The Endpapers at the back are the same, but still unique. The book is of course smooth sewn on acid-free paper, and the spine is rounded. The book is a bit stiff at first, with a fairly tight binding, but I guess that will change when you start reading the book. I hadn't really opened this book up much before today, but it's laying fairly flat anyways. And now we're going to take a look at the commentary volume, and this is of course a special volume to the complete first edition, but it's bound in buckram with engraved gold here. And here is the spine. And the back cover is plain green buckram. And the Endpapers has been printed with the original manuscript by Trollope. Not that I could read his handwriting either way, but it's still pretty cool. And this edition is also printed on the same paper as the book, with a portrait here of Trollope. And here we can see the contributors, Stephen Amarnick, Robert F. Wiseman, Susan Lowell Humphreys, and Michael G. Williamson. And this is also bound in Germany, and it's very nice that they use the same Caxton Wove paper. And here are the table of contents: introduction, the cuts, the manuscript, contextual notes, etc, etc. And I forgot to tell you earlier that the book also comes with a line counter, which can be useful if you are comparing the original edition with this complete first one, because you have the cuts here, as you can see, the pages and lines, so this would come handy for those interested in that. I'm not sure I'm gonna use it but it's still a nice touch of Folio Society. But this commentary also comes with a ribbon marker, and the Endpapers at the back also have the manuscript. And just like the book itself, this is also Smith sewn with a red and green headband, and the spine is rounded also. And lastly, we can take a look at the Solander box, very standard bound in buckram, engraved gold here with Anthony Trollope and the Duke's children. Solander box opens up nicely, and inside we get some, I guess I would describe the colors as garnet or wine colored or something. And that was my review of the Duke's Children limited edition by Anthony Trollope. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks now, but I felt I needed a bit of a break from YouTube. But now I'm back with a regular schedule again, with new videos every Sunday and every other Wednesday. And as always, if you have any questions about the book I just showed you, or any other book in my collection that you can see here, then please leave a comment and I will answer it as quickly as I can. You can also leave feedback, of course, on what you want to see in the future or what I can improve on. It helps me a lot to know what you guys think about my videos. And I should also say that the Duke's Children, the Folio Society Duke's Children edition, is not the only complete edition of the author's intended text, since the Everyman's Library a few months ago released their edition of the same text. So you don't have to buy this limited edition if you want to read the full author's intended text, which is cool. But I will definitely read this edition either way. Please check out my Patreon page if you want to. The link is in the description, or it's showing right here. But thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, as I said earlier, and it's good to be back with YouTube again. So thank you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.